minds of a rebel. You are now watching what?
Red Boxing!
Let's get it.
We got George Sham-Bosos. That's right. No more George Sham-Bosos. No more Killer Cam. And right here in this thumbnail, you see, I picked this for a reason, man. I always thought, I remember one day when I first saw this picture, I was looking at it I kept coming back to this picture. I'm like, who the fuck does he look like in this picture? And then it hit me. This motherfucker looked like Doctor Strange, bro. He looked just like Doctor Strange, bro. Look at his hair. Look at the fucking the jacket he got on, just like Doctor Strange, bro. Oh, the Doctor Strange out here ducking smoke, man. But that is his new name. It's George Sham-Bosos, because ever since he touched those belts at 135, this guy has been an absolute train wreck, an absolute duck master, an absolute sham artist, scam artist, coward. That's what he is. And now that Lomachenko is tied up with Ukraine, now that Lomachenko laced up his gloves in Ukraine to fight Russia, right? Supposedly. Who are you gonna lace him up now with, Sham? Because you had all this time. This fight should have been made. It should have been made. I'm hearing now that they're talking more. But Devin is pressing the issue now. Hearing Devin is about to get on this shit now and really try to force this fight into action. But the question is, right? Why is George Sham-Bosos stalling this fight? Well, when you think about it, it's really simple. Before George Sham-Bosos fought Teofimo Lopez, who knew who he was? He was practically nobody in the States. I've never heard of him. A lot of other people never heard of him. He never was really making no noise over here. I mean, he fought a struggle fight against Lee Selby. He fought a good fight against Mickey Bay. That's really the only most notable fights from George Sham-Bosos was those fights right there. So when you think about it, Teofimo Lopez is kind of responsible for creating the monster that we now see as George Sham-Bosos, because Teofimo Lopez didn't have to go that route. He decided to, as well, duck and dodge around Devin Haney and choose George Sham-Bosos to fight his mandatory, right? He chose this fight George Sham-Bosos. Clear duck move, clear cherry. Now, okay, that was his mando. But I was under the impression, right, that, unification trumps mandos, right? He could have definitely put up some step aside to fight Devin Haney. It would have been, I guess, up to George Sham-Bosos, I guess, for them to accept it, or unless he would have had to lose whatever belt was on the line. But you got to think, after Teofimo decided to pick Sham-Bosos to fight, so now that elevated George Sham-Bosos to another level. Now he's in the spotlight now in America. So he like, yeah, this shit was building up all this time. Fight was postponed about 4 or 5 fucking times. They finally get in there. George Sham-Bosos was focused like a laser. We'll always give him that respect. Went there, took the belts from this dude. And now he himself is becoming a new diva. He has became the new diva. But why? Why isn't that? Why didn't they just jump right on the Devin Haney fight? Well, because they know George Sham-Bosos is pretty much a one and done. This is his moment. This is his moment of fame. Those belts is his moment. If he holding on to those belts as long as he can, him and his team know they have to milk things for as long as they can because the minute they step in the ring with somebody of significance, that's it. So you're gonna see them try to avoid Devin Haney as much as they could to probably take a lighter touch or somebody that they don't pose that doesn't pose much more of a threat to George Kambosos, such as like that's why they don't believe Vasil Lomachenko is a real threat. They don't believe Ryan Garcia is a real threat, because why would you fight Lomachenko? What are you getting out of that? He has no belts. You're not gonna make a whole lot of. He's not all that popular. What are you getting from a Lomachenko fight? Nothing. Ryan Garcia, what is he gonna get from a Ryan? Garcia has no straps. What you getting from a Garcia fight? They talk about his money. It has nothing to do with the money, because he's gonna get paid pretty well for fighting Devin Haney. So it's not about the money when it comes to Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. It's about the skill set. And they know Devin Haney has the skills to pay the bills and whip that ass. So they want to hold on to those belts as long as possible before they lose them, because they know they're going to lose those belts. But my opinion is, if they jumped in there with Lomachenko, I think he still would have lost those belts. So that would have been an error on their part if they would have picked Lomachenko. If Loma was going to fight, that's probably what was going to happen if this Ukraine thing didn't happen. Loma probably would have been fighting George Kambosos, and George would have lost. He would have lost his belts. They would have chose Loma thinking Loma was going to be a easy work, and he's not. So that's why I think they're ducking and dodging Devin Haney, is they know Devin is he's going to spark. He will spark. I'm telling you, he's going to spark George Kambosos and then take his belts. They're trying to drag it as long as they possibly can. They're trying to ride that gravy train, because once them belts leave the hands of George Sham-Bosos, that's it for him. He's not that star has fizzled out for them, and they know it. That's what it's about. Hopefully, his scary ass will get in that ring now, because he really don't have much of a choice. He's kind of like backed into a corner. But we all know people that's backed into corners will lash out, and he'll fuck around and find a way out of that fight with Devin. But there's pretty much nowhere else for George Kambosos to go but to fight Devin. But we all know somebody will pull something out of somewhere and then make some other shit happen. And then I think Devin's his only option is to just go up and wait. And just stop waiting on these 135ers, man. They don't want it, you know. Just my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Drop a comment. This is Rebel Life Boxing. I'll catch y'all later on the next one, and I'm out.